Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November. Now, it is a general reading, so that being said, it may or it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Also, although I'm reading for November, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. Okay? Now, this reading will be done a little differently than the others. The placements are a little different. And so here we will begin at the center, the heart of the reading. We have here, by the way, before I start reading these, know that this could be your energy or the other person's. Okay, now I have the Siren. And this is about a temptation. Okay, so somebody was tempted, and I feel like it's possible that there was a temptation. This is what the issue is. There was a temptation, but somebody felt it was going to lead them astray, and they did not take the risk. Okay, and this was because the Siren speaks to something that was really like strong. Okay, but there was that feeling. See, we have the Fool in the reverse here, that somebody just did not want to take the risk. And they may have ended it, but they may have ended it badly from what I can see. It could be that there were previous disappointments, and although they were tempted, they weren't going to take the risk. Because this is a card that you see the person, they need to turn their head and look to the past at the lessons or experiences they've had. But they're not. Okay, so this says that something ended badly, but maybe there is still hope. So that's where it stands, you know. Let's go a little deeper. It can be a little confusing there. At the root, in the past, death occurred. Maybe well, we know that something ended badly, but we also know that there was a resistance to it, and that's evident with the Siren and the card of death being in the reverse. I feel like that was put off or dragged out. Like there was many disappointments before it actually came to an end. All right. Somebody could have been in denial. So it's like an ending that was long dragged out, came to an end. Here we have death. And death speaks about not going against the current. So they're telling you not to go against the current, or telling them to prepare for the end of an attachment, which this has already happened. Prepare for the end of attachments and surrender to the arrival of mystery, of what is yet to come, of why this actually happened. A break with the past is or was necessary to realize the future. And so although this ended badly and it was painful, something good will come out of this. This happened for a reason. There was interference. There was a reason why the cup was refused. Now, this person refused the cup, and maybe they were resistant to why it ended. I mean, you can look at this different ways. Maybe they were in denial about why it ended. And maybe in order to escape the situation, they needed to get honest with themselves. Because, and I say that, because I feel that before their eyes were closed, you see that king, and now they are open. I don't know if you can see there. Now you see he's got the sun on the shoulder, so he can see clearly now what was hidden from him. About why, why something couldn't move forward, because we have, here he's looking at the shipwreck. Okay, so he's no longer, because this is the deep past. It happened. So he was in denial about an ending, or why it was ending, or why all of these disappointments happened, or why these events occurred. And now we see here that he wants to take control. Okay, so, and on the back of this emperor, you see, you can't see the emperor from this place, but you can see the back of the chair, and you can see his image in it. And so you can see this eagle up here. So we know that he is thinking. He is looking at his community, which are the people he cares about, right? And he's looking with the eagle. He's soaring above, looking at the bigger picture. Looking at the damage that he caused by an action, most likely words, because it is sword, communication, because he was not open to seeing perhaps somebody else's view. He had a bee in his bonnet there, and all he could see was what he wanted to see. You know, he wasn't open to seeing anything else, and so he may have been very impulsive, said something without thinking, did something without really thinking about it. And so now this emperor here is looking at the damage so that he can see if it's possible to restore the order, because he has a renewed interest in this person and wants to go back with the Knight of Wands. So we see we have one knight on either side of him. So what is the damage that's been done here? And can I go back? Would it be possible still to have or to obtain this vision? And that vision is overcoming difficulties, possibly even marriage for this person, because the Four of Wands is some event. Could be moving in together, engagement, marriage, overcoming difficulties. But right now he's currently on the outside. This is just a vision. You see, next card, Ten of Pentacles. But he's missing information because the High Priestess is next. So this is something he desires but does not have. And he's looking at the damage. Excuse me. And so it's just so interesting how Spirit has given me these cards. So what we have here in the future is the Five of Swords. And yes, even though it's sitting in the future, it's something that has already happened. And I'll tell you why. It's because of the next cards that follow it. Okay, so this is not something that is yet to happen. It's already happened. But what the cards are saying that fall on top of it, we have the Tower reversed, and this Ten of Swords particularly holds a special meaning. Both of these cards are saying basically the same thing. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the Five of Swords, and then I'll clear everything up. This is clearly an ending, regret, loss. Somebody who went to the extreme, and we see it up here. It's what the Emperor is thinking about. He knows he did this. So, but, you know, is it possible to save it? There's regret here for what was done and what he's lost. Now, the next cards, the Ten of Swords in this deck is here. No, excuse me, here. Everything's backwards for me here. Okay, it's here. It is a card of rising above. It can represent something that you're able to bring back from the brink of death or failure, which is that, the Five of Swords, and this, the Ten of Swords. This is in the future. And so this is a card of new hope. This speaks to something being over, but that there is still hope. And there is still hope if the person looks back and learns from their experiences, or from the experience. If they come out of denial and look at the real issue, what really caused that ending, and accept responsibility for it. The Tower reverse is being able to save it. You're saving the Tower. Coming with this card, it's what it's about. Saving something from complete disaster. Being able to bring it back. And with regards to that, this person, we have the Nine of Swords, which is dealing with one's inner demons, a lot of fears. So there are fears still, because it feels like for this person, it feels like a nightmare. You know, they have lost someone they really loved, because they didn't think something through, because they were at the time unwilling to see something. This ending happened for this reason, that somebody needed to open their eyes to why these things were occurring. And so, let me see. We have up here the seduction card, the Knight and the Hourglass. So the Knight is about doing what is right and speaking up about how they feel. That's something they probably would not have done in the past, because their eyes were closed. They had this sword. They were really, they held a sword out, so they were very defensive. They were defensive because of pain that they were holding on to, because they have another sword that is held over the heart area. You see, like a dagger. Yeah. And so because of that, it got shipwrecked, basically. It's here in the next card. There is movement here in the future. The timer is somebody who who's going to take action. It's like of a sudden, very quickly, because they would be worried about time, or time running out, possibly. Seduction speaks to secret fantasies. It can be this Knight. It can speak to the passion that they have for this person or for you. It can speak to love letters, love messages coming your way, and romantic gestures. This can be this person coming in, just like this Knight over here, to sweep you off your feet. And so let us see what has come up in the messages. Okay, these are messages from your person. So in the past, I wasn't happy with the way things were going. This is a card of being unsatisfied. Yeah, they were, and that's why they dumped the cup, perhaps. They, excuse me, they felt unappreciated. They felt like you didn't care about them. There was a lot of disagreements, and it says, I wish you understood how I feel, but the problem was that when this person became like this, feeling unhappy and unappreciated, they closed up. And so how could you know? And I think that they understand this and they see this now. They're feeling very guilty for the pain, for the damage that they caused. It's right here. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. Guilt. Oops. They've been in reflection while they've been away, and it says being away from you has allowed them to gain clarity that's needed. And we saw that here. where his eyes are now open. So there is an awareness, and they now see and are accepting responsibility for their part in what happened here. They are regretful. Let's see what our messages are here. Here we have the spider. Well, the spider can indicate that it's time to be aware of your responsibility for the creations in your life or for your current circumstances. And clearly, this is exactly what has happened. Okay, and the death needed to happen in order for this person to see that, because they weren't, and it was just, a situation was just going from bad to worse. So it had to happen in order for them to see, and in order for you guys to come back together. And so your current circumstances are the direct result of decisions and actions that you took in the past, or that they took in the past. And they may need to rethink an issue or and try to find a solution, which is exactly what they're doing by taking this view. Okay? Because you are the architect of your own happiness and fulfillment. So what life are you building? And so for them, there's this realization, for whoever's energy this is. So there's a realization of what was done and what needs to change. The raven. The raven is where coincidence and divine synchronicity bring surprising events together, and by which all things become possible. You can ask the raven to help you to become aware of synchronicity in your life. You know, if you're feeling hopeless or lost, you may need reminding that this kind of magic occurs in your life on a daily basis, even if you can't see it. You're being asked to trust it, to bring you joy, understanding, and to bring fulfillment to your life, no matter what the present circumstances appear to be. This card says to expect the unexpected. Believe in the magic, and you will thus see it appear right before you. You will see it happen. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.